Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death.
Hello. So, Halvar,
Yes,
what's up?
I'm waiting for
What's
nightfall.
going on? Yeah,
Yeah, is it nightfall?
you can wait till nightfall. As I said, they posted a watchman on the wall
Mm-hmm.
to await your return.
Hmm.
But no one leaves the town.
Okay. Then, when the sun has fallen below the horizon and the stars are out, I will saunter over to my log, roll it into the river.
So, just to be clear, you don't have a log suitable for your original purpose. This log you were looking at was like too small to support your weight. And then so you were unable to find a suitable log. You critically failed that check, remember? And
Right.
You were spotted.
Right. Well,
You can still attempt to swim or something like that.
perhaps Halvar doesn't realize he's failed then, because he's been sitting here all day waiting for nightfall to use this log. So I'll roll it into the river and then try and see if I can, submerge partially and hold on to the log for buoyancy. And you're telling
Can
me
you swim?
No.
Can't swim.
Nope, that's why I need the log.
Make a strength check.
1d20 plus 10, 25.
Okay. Even there's probably some penalty associated, but that's fine. I will allow you to float downriver without panicking.
Okay. I'm gonna float down next to my small, useless log.
Okay. So do you want to go ahead and move your token, or shall I?
I will move it.
I mean, it helps you stay afloat, I suppose. It's not enough to conceal you. And let's see here.
But it's dark. Maybe the darkness will conceal me.
Yeah. It is dark, and fortunately, you do have night vision. So your log floats downstream, and roll some sort of opposed roll with advantage. Probably dexterity. I don't like how I keep using dexterity as like a hide thing, but
Yeah, I know
that's what we got.
Mm-hmm. 14. 30.
All right. I think as you get close, you hold your breath and dip below the water's surface, and let the log carry you the rest of the way. There is not an entrance here. You can't go any further. There is a metal grate underneath the palisade wall that so the palisade wall stops just above water level here,
Mm-hmm.
and metal bars go down under the water, so your log catches against this grate.
I'd like to feel the
outside.
distance between the logs, double check to make sure that they're too close. Check to see if I could maybe squeeze between them.
They're too close to squeeze between. Maybe, I don't know, a foot apart.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Perhaps if you were a smaller creature, or if you could dislocate your shoulders. I don't know. It's probably not going to happen short of some creativity.
You know what Halvar's going to do is he's going to hold on to these bars, take a deep breath, and pull himself to the bottom. So I'm holding on to something so I can, hopefully go up and down if I need to. Find the bottom of where these bars go and feel the ground at the bottom. And is it soft and sandy? Is it hard and rocky?
The bars disappear into a silty, muddy bottom.
Okay. I will come back up slowly and exchange some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be moving slowly enough that the water does, I don't burst forth and make a loud noise. I want to emerge like a seal. Water. Okay, so now I've got two options. He thinks to himself. I can either try to dig under the bars in the silt, or I could try and use my 10 strength to bend the bars and create a natural bend. So we'll start with the bend bars, because it's only a 2% success rate. So I will get a good breath of air and pull myself down towards that silty bottom and brace my foot against a thing and a hand against the other and try to bend the bars. $54.
Not even close.
Okay, alright, that clearly doesn't work. I'll get some more fresh air. And then I'm going to try and tunnel underneath the silt. I'm going to pull myself back down and try and, like, one hand dig under the bars if I can and make myself like a little entrance tunnel.
All right, you go down for a minute and dig. Make a strength check. See how quickly you can do this.
Not particularly well.
First go. Go again.
Second time through, digging natural 20.
All right. So on your second breath, you dig, 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 and then your claws strike something hard at the bottom. And you clear away a little of silt, and you feel a rocky bottom beneath.
That the bars enter into?
Yeah.
All right. I will
with a
surface
20, I mean, you can clear away a little more and find that the bars are cemented into the to a rocky bottom.
Makes sense. Would be useless bars if they weren't. All right. I will emerge for air again and use the palisade wall to maneuver to the east side of the river.
What was your initial? So there's a 30 on that check. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you maneuver over to so you move along the bars. I think the palisade wall is like the logs stop just above water level, and then they're sort of attached to, or the metal bars are attached to the palisade. It's great. So you move along the grate to the shore, and just as you're pulling yourself up onto the shore, an alarm goes off. A blow from a horn along the wall.
Uh-oh.
Intruder! And
is the voice coming from near me?
Surprise check. Yeah.
Or is the voice coming from the other side of the city where there are convenient other intruders distracting?
I'll roll a surprise check. You aren't surprised. The voice is coming from directly above.
Oh no.
Roll. Can you see this guy on your map? I mean, not that the tokens necessarily represent anything in particular, but I threw them around just in case we needed some townsfolk for you to murder.
Yes, I see the Matthew Berger token.
So you can, let's see, do I want to let you even roll initiative, or is this an ambush? I feel like this is an ambush if you walked right into it, even though you can see him. All right, it's a miss. So a spear is hurled from atop the wall and sinks uselessly into the soft mud of the shore. Roll for initiative, I suppose.
All right.
Might as well count down the rounds, see how long it takes.
4. So fast.
You're quick. What are you trying to do? Before you is a palisade wall.
How tall is the palisade wall?
Approximately 20 feet, and ending in sharpened spikes. Wooden spikes.
I'm not raging. I'm not dumb. I will turn tail and scamper. As far as my little orcish feet will take me.
Okay. Another javelin is thrown your direction, but it misses, pinging your heels, and you disappear into the fallowed fields. Halvar thinks to himself, I can't get in through one gate. Maybe the other grate on the south side is less well repaired. And I will
peel off to the east. Yeah, I think I want to go east and take like a nice big turn around the town until I arrive on the other side.
All right, you want to move your token generally in that direction?
Yes. I want to come around.
Oh,
there.
All right, so you just sort of teleport. You do a big circle sort of through the trees. You stay on the east side of the river?
Yeah, I stay on the east side of the river. I try and stay like a nice, half mile from town or something.
Okay, so you circle widely through the abandoned countryside and sparsely wooded hills. You will eventually cross a road and enter the woods on the other side.
Perfect. I scamper across the road quickly.
All right. I don't know that it matters. This whole process probably takes an hour, maybe?
Yeah. If I walk at 3.5 miles an hour, I could do a semicircle around a mile plus 1,000 meter. Is this 1,000 meters across? No, this is what? 1,000 feet across. It's 300 meters, right? It's like, yeah, it's like 1.25 mile diameter circle that I walk around.
And eventually you reach the river on the other side of the town, now flowing towards you. So you're walking upriver towards Rodheim.
Yep. And I want to, this time I want to like lay in, I don't know what the banks of this river are like. What I want to do is like
muddy banks that make way into grass and trees.
Perfect. So I want to be like on the bank of the river, like in the water with my head available or just above so I can breathe, and like pull myself along the bank of the river so I can move up it slowly while I still stay in the water.
Okay. All right, we're not going to worry about this now, but and you have high constitution, but there may be repercussions for this long night of cold water immersion. Potentially the least of your worries, so we'll deal with that after. Okay, so you sort of crawl along the banks of the river and approach the city. And you find another grate, much like on the other side, iron bars attached to the palisade wall, blocking entrance to the city via the river.
And I will test,
allowing water to flow through.
I will test these bars as well, grabbing onto them and pulling myself under, and digging around looking for a soft spot, a weak point into the city.
Roll strength checks until you pass or critically fail.
D20 plus 10, 16, 12, 23. Third attempt.
12 is pretty bad.
Yeah, 12 is really bad.
If you roll 1, I may have you drown or something, but because you can't actually swim, you're just kind of doggy paddling, jackal paddling as you row.
Right.
And then you find, same as the other side, iron bars are cemented in to the rocky bottom, to a rocky bottom. It's like rocks were piled here and then iron cemented in between.
Okay. Can I try a separate bend bars on these bars?
Sure. Make your D100.
Nope. Another 56.
Was the other one 56 as well?
Yeah, it was a 54. That was pretty close.
Yeah.
All right. So I can't get in through the river. I'm gonna have to find another way into town. So I will back out, pulling myself along the river's edge until I'm, I don't know, whatever with spear throwing range, 20, 30, 60 yards. So I'll wait until I'm like 100 yards away from the city before I pull myself out of the river and scamper. Ooh, that's not where I want to go. I want to scamper onto the roadside, the east side near the road, and dry off and maybe pass out until morning in hopefully like stump of a log or a small cave or inside of a bush filled with spiders, you know.
Make a survival check.
Yeah. 1d20 plus 7. 19, not good enough.
You are unable to find suitable resting spot. Make a Constitution check.
1d20 plus 17. 20, not good enough.
Ooh, not good. So you definitely don't recover any HP, which I don't think you would have anyways. And by morning, you've got the start of a pretty serious cold from low temperature exposure. I think let's impose a level of encumbrance, which will not do anything, which will reduce your movement, but not impose any combat penalties.
Right.
And it may worsen if you continue to rough it and go long stretches without eating and poor conditions.
Okay, will do. So, with a cold, I'm going to camp near or I guess not camp, but hang out near the road. And I got a plan. I've got a plan. What I want to do is knock I can't quite fell a tree, but I want to lay something across the road that would cause someone driving a wagon to stop and move it off the road. Okay. Probably just like an awkward branch that maybe I snap off of a tree or something and then just toss in the road. Nothing too terrible, but I don't want to do it right now. So here's the plan. A cart coming from the east side, I think the southeast side, is what I want. A cart that is headed into the city. And I want to like put some obstruction on the road that looks like it's been blown there or knocked there or whatever. And then when the driver goes to move it, I want to use that as an opportunity to scramble underneath their wagon and cling to the bottom side of their wagon when it rolls into town. So I will want to be outside of vision from the town when I execute this plan. And I'm going to want to wait until at least midday. Otherwise, I'll probably just get a wagon leaving town headed east. So I'll spend the first part of the day looking for a suitable spot. Hopefully some spot with maybe like a trench or an irrigation ditch or like a dip in the side of the road that I could pull like another branch over me and then I could put a different branch in the road. And then when they're off in there, I can slip out from my branch and scamper up. So that's the plan. I need a ditch or a low spot next to the road, or just some like really good cover next to the road.
Okay, let's see if we even get this far. So make a perception check.
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah. What am I making this perception check for? Do I get to know?
Yeah, you pass. So you're huddled beside the road or near the road, shivering in the wee hours of the morning, just as the sun begins to rise, and you overhear conversation along the road, creatures approaching. Which abruptly comes to a stop.
Stay very still. chance to look. What is it?
You turn to look down the road, and you see a single creature walking straight towards you. A warrior with shield, spear, and the cloak of a boar strewn across his back, walking directly towards you. And like you peer around from whatever bush you were hiding behind, make eye contact, and there's no doubt that he spotted you.
Yep. I will flee. I will head south along the road, or east along the road, whichever way it happens to be going.
He's coming down the road from the south.
Shoot. Then
So
shield and boar skin. Any armor other than the shield?
the skin of a boar, which you know makes formidable armor.
Yes. Does. Let me double check the mechanics on skin of a boar. Reduces normal damage by 1, grants advantage to hide in natural settings. Hey, you know what would be really great is if I had advantage to hide in natural settings when I was trying to do this. That boar skin looks practical. Oh, but no, I'd want to keep both skins on though. Nah. All right. I'll emerge from the bush and I will bark at the creature. Who are you?
You are the one they call Heart Eater. I fancy there's a pretty bounty on your head. And he points his spear in your direction.
I consider my options. I could use a spear, but I don't want to ruin my plan. So I will turn tail and I will run west.
Roll a perception check.
West or northwest? Yeah. 1d20 plus 13, not 103, but 13, 31.
That's really good. Even with advantage, you spot another crouching and slinking through the brush to surround you from behind. But you spot him. You see the ambush coming. And you do have an opportunity to sprint west if that's what you so choose.
That is what I so choose. I sprint away.
All right. Roll initiative, let's say. Yep.
3, 7.
Yeah, they're slow on the draw. You run into the woods. And they don't make a significant effort to pursue.
Okay.
Even though you find yourself huffing and wheezing, coughing, not feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
They probably could have run you down had they wanted to, but perhaps they have other business.
All right. Did they spot me? Had I managed to deploy my trap when they spotted me?
This is first thing in the morning. You said you wanted to wait until mid-afternoon for that.
Perfect.
This was like as you were resting or whatever, making your way to the road in the wee hours of the morning, you spotted them approaching.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I would love. Okay, so then I will circle back around and eventually make my way south to try it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
will take my time getting back there, taking a nice long loop around. I don't want to run into any trouble anywhere.
So you head west and then loop around.
Yeah, then back south and then back east to the road.
Let's see. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right, you circle around, day breaks, and by late morning, you're back along the road.
Excellent.
And you crouch and wait.
Yes. Well, first, I want to make sure I can find a nice ditch or some good cover alongside the road somewhere.
Make a survival check to set your ambush.
1d20 plus 7. 22.
Okay. You are able to you go up and down the road to find a suitable roadside ditch concealed in the underbrush. And you sit and wait. There's no sign of movement along the road. Roll intelligence check.
1d20 plus 7. 13.
Yeah. Yeah. Your plan's foolproof.
Okay.
Okay. And
so, I lay out the branch or the stick or whatever it is that is sufficient enough to block the path. I think just like snapping a branch off of a tree nearby the road and throwing it on the road to make it look like it broke off recently would be good. And then I hide in, if it's like a ditch, then I'll crawl in there with another branch over me. And if it's just some bushes or whatever, then I'll hide behind them or around them. And wait for a vehicle heading on into Woodheim.
Well, none come that morning. All right. By probably late morning, so I think just as you've set up your ambush site, roll a perception check.
32. I see it. I see it all coming, Ryan. Is it? Tell me what it is.
You don't see it, you hear it. What does that even mean? Alrighty. You hear a howl of wolves, of a wolf, maybe, coming from near the city. And shortly later, an echoing response from the east of a pack returning the howls. Maybe you even have some on the soundboard, which strikes you as odd, given that it is daylight. I don't know. Don't wolves usually howl at the moon?
Yeah. The hell is this stuff? Can I make a survival check to identify more closely the nature of these calls? Perhaps they're not real wolf calls. Perhaps there's some other type of wolf call.
Yeah, go for it. And make a survival check.
Yeah. $21?
Yeah. You're pretty confident that these are ordinary wolves. There's nothing supernatural or blood-curdling about it. But it is odd to hear this at this time of day. And then the call from the city didn't sound right. It sounded mimicked, and perhaps it echoed too far. I don't know. It sounded like a person imitating a wolf call. But it seemed to permeate through the air in a supernatural way.
Mm-hmm.
But the response from the east sounded like a natural wolf pack.
So it sounds like perhaps there's a werewolf nearby, And the wolves are responding to the werewolf's call.
Something along those lines, perhaps, yeah.
Well, I hope they leave some for me. I'm going to stay here and continue my plan.
Okay.
But I'm going to keep an eye out for anything coming from the direction of the call.
Yeah, you nailed that perception check. It's not long before you hear sort of rustling. Not the braying of hounds, but the braying of wolves. I don't know, the communication of a wolf pack. I'm not exactly sure what it sounds like when a wolf pack is on the hunt.
Probably doesn't sound like anything.
Probably doesn't sound like anything. Maybe it's silent. I don't know. You rolled a 19 on your perception check. You sense it. The hairs on the back of your neck tingle. In fact, the jackal hide tingles. Wolves and jackals are natural enemies, and I think maybe your skin gives you a sixth sense. You have visions of this wolf pack on the hunt, pushing through the fallowed farmland, and then through wood, and moving towards you. You suddenly feel the tables turned, and like perhaps you are the one being hunted.
This is not ideal. I have no silver on me. How am I supposed to stop a werewolf when I lack silver? I'm sure it's probably following my scent, so hiding here isn't going to be helping me. So how do I deal with a werewolf when I can't fight it and I can't hide from it?
Your jackal skin bite, if I recall, pierced.
Oh, that's true.
Pierced magic community.
Yes.
You're a high enough level that I allowed that.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
If indeed these are werewolves.
Yeah, I will stay here, and when it comes for me, I will be ready for it, and I will bite it.
All right then. I feel like Matt made some wolf tokens. Don't have them uploaded. Where did I see those? I think he made them like after a previous session of this. It might be reduced to me sketching a wolf or using whatever I can find on the internet, unless that turns up. Well, sure enough, the pack does pull closer. Do you hide? You stay in your ditch, ready for an ambush? Is that the idea?
Mm-hmm. That's the idea.
All right. I thought I gave you a wider vision radius. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I got a big wide vision radius. I see many wolves on the page.
Yeah, you see many wolves.
5, 6, 9 wolves?
It should be 8, but it's fine. Roll 20 lag. And you hear, you may not have heard them approaching from afar, you maybe just sense them, but as they get close enough, you hear them rushing across the road, down the road, through the thicket, and when they get close, I think they begin snarling and howling, alerting others. The rest of the pack
they're here for me.
Presence.
Okay. No chance I could escape from them. So if they start doing that, I will leap out, and I'm gonna try and kill a couple of these and drive the pack off. Damn dirty wolves.
Give me a second. I think I can get us on that wolf. You never saw that random internet wolf token.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was always a sketchy wolf. Just taking an awful long time to load. Maybe we'll roll initiative, and then
Oh, I'm so slow.
what did you roll?
I rolled a 13.
Oh, that is slow. All right, so they will get you first. I don't think wolves have any special attacks like they do in later editions.
Right.
However, during summer months, a single wolf can consume 30 mice in a single day. I'm really glad they included that under the combat section of the wolf entry.
30 mice in a day? It's good to know.
Yeah. Good to know. All right. Well, the pack of wolves will descend on you from the thicket. You're crouched and ready. You don't have any weapons, do you?
No.
Just your fangs are bared. Have you worked yourself into a frenzy?
I was trying to stay hidden from them until I knew they were upon me, and then I didn't know they were upon me until we rolled initiative. So I was gonna just try and bite a couple and put them down and not take the frenzy round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna regular fight.
All right. This first round, God, I'll put faster, roll 20. Well, we'll just theater of the mind it for a second. Halvar crouched in this ditch, hiding in the bush. You know they're coming, so you're not taken by surprise. But it must be terrifying to see a wolf, fangs bared, leaping through the brush and descending upon you, followed by two of its companions. 14 is your AC, correct?
Yes.
So that's a 16 and a 14 will hit. There might even be a bonus to that. There is. So 2 wolf bites. 2 damage and
reduce
4 damage.
0, reduce to 2.
To 0 and 2. Yeah.
Right. Well, my turn. I will set upon... Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, it's enormous. That's why it took so long to upload.
I will pounce on the first one. With a d20 plus 3, a 15 to hit. Or 2d4, 7 damage to the first wolf.
D3 plus, let's see, AC is only 13. Base 3, you said 7?
Yes.
All right, not enough to bring the wolf down, but a hefty blow. And
all right.
Let's roll initiative.
1d10 plus 3, 12. Getting a little bit faster.
They actually rolled a 10, so you go first. After their initial assault, the wolves sort of back off, encircling you. They don't fully withdraw. They stay within. They don't provoke waves or whatever, but they snarl and wait for the rest of the pack to catch up.
Well, I will make my attack anyway, which is a 5, which is a miss. I am ambidextrous, but I don't have high dex. I should probably be making multiple attacks at -2, but I'm not.
A feature of your jackal skin is that opportunity attacks do not provoke OAs.
Wait, opportunity attacks don't provoke opportunity attacks?
Unarmed attacks do not provoke OAs.
Okay.
So you can make your offhand punch with -2 with no penalty to your main.
Ooh, 3.
Or grapple.
No good to hit.
No. All right. And the pack moves to surround you. Bolstered by their numbers, they go for an overbear. You can make I'll let you make an opportunity attack bite. How many would you normally get? It feels weird to let you bite more than once. I think I'm going to bend the rules to let you bite with one of your
Opportunity attacks.
Bite once, but it seems crazy for you to bite each of the wolves that is that's attacking you. Maybe a bite and a. It seems crazy for an overbear. I feel like an overbear should count as one attack, and you get 1 OA against, like, if a throng of kobolds is attacking you, how come you get an opportunity attack against every single kobold?
Because I don't think they all jump at you at once. I think it's like one throws himself, and then the next, and the next. And you kind of like hack and slash at them as they throw themselves at you.
You bite and bite and you bite and you bite. I'll give you one bite and one offhand with your offhand.
The biting seems a little bit weird though, because that's so close.
I mean, but they're leaping on you. They're trying to take you down.
Yeah. So the bite is a 10, and the offhand is a 6, and my third opportunity attack is a 16. We don't get +4 on these opportunity attacks because they're unarmed, right? +4 to hit and damage?
No, and it's a wolf with the natural weapon. No.
All right.
A 16 is a hit.
1d2 then.
I think that's just a hand, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a...
maybe you hold one at bay, but the other 4 go in. They do hit you. Make an opposed strength check.
Uh-oh. 1d10, 1d20 plus 10. It's a natural 1.
They roll poorly as well. I think if they fail a strength check, they don't bring you down.
Right, they have to succeed at the very least.
They have to succeed at the very least. So they don't bring you down, but I think they have you like held, grappled. Like they've got their teeth digging into your hide. And they sort of bombarded you, but they can't manage to bring you down. With a natural 1. I think with the natural, well, roll a dex check to save yourself.
1d20 plus 14, natural 20.
All right, you're fine.
All right, so they don't bring me down. Their overbear fails. I find myself surrounded by wolves. And what are these people doing getting closer to me?
Yeah, make a perception check.
What are these people doing? D20 plus 13 is a failure.
Okay. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Suspicious tokens, but I think Halvar is so lost in the heat of the fight that he maybe doesn't notice the humans approaching down the path.
Okay, well, I will make my one attack, my bite attack against the wounded wolf.
You already went.
They went first, right? Okay,
yeah.
So I guess I will be frenzying this round. This is more enemies than I thought I was going to be fighting, so I will definitely begin my frenzy and get ready to fuck them up.
Just a hot second. All right, so let's go for one more overbear with the wolves. Ooh, critical hit, which I don't think has any extra effects, but make your opportunity attacks.
All right.
A few more wolves can even circle behind you.
Here's a bite. Oh, god damn. Here's a claw, and here's another claw. I think that last one hits.
Yeah.
For 1 damage.
No, not even. Make another strength check.
Plus 10, 17.
Including bonus? Oh, that's no good. This time they will bring you down. Frenzy, let's see. Fear, advantage against mind affecting. No, you don't get any strength bonus or anything. So you are overborne, overbeared, overwolfed. There's a dog pile, and Halvar's on the bottom.
Uh-oh. Well, it's all right. I'm frenzying this round.
The wolf pack leaps upon you, takes you down. If you had weapons, they'd be disabled, but you're fighting wolf with tooth and claw. So I think the only thing here is you're prone and probably restrained.
Okay.
And let's roll initiative. Roll another perception check.
I'm going to do perception first, then initiative. 1d20 plus 13. 20 on the perception. 1d10 plus 3 for the initiative is a 7.
All right. They go first. And they bite.
Oh, I bet they do.
Let's see here. I don't know if I have enough d20s for all these wolves. Let's see. Hit. It's not good. Jesus, come on, wolves. Only 2 hits, and a lot of them. For 3, which is reduced to 1, and 5, which is reduced to 3. 4 damage total.
Okay. -4. All right. I'm ready to explode with the rage of an angry jackal. They're everywhere on me, which means I don't have to turn to face them. They are just here. So 1d20 plus 3 to bite at whatever's closest to me. 19. 2d4 plus 3 on the damage die for 11 damage. This is the frenzy I was waiting for. Let me rip him to shreds, Ryan. 11 damage to a wolf.
We can say that was a fresh wolf. Well, let me.
Why don't you roll it? I would be happy to kill a fresh or weak one.
Let's kill a fresh wolf.
Excellent.
And then you've got offhands, I believe.
Oh yeah, 1d20 plus 3 minus 2 because I'm dual wielding. Ooh, natural 1 on my offhand, and I get a free offhand as well. 1d20 plus 3 minus 2 is only a 10. Okay. So I bite one, and my scratches go wild, hitting nothing. Maybe one of them claws into a bit of stone, bending my nails backwards and ripping them, bleeding my fingers, but I don't notice. I am a frenzied Halvar. And that is my turn. But I think I went last in the initiative, so I will roll initiative again. And get an 8. I'm ready.
Let's see. Just a second.
What's going on?
I'm looking up abilities. All right. Okay. You rolled initiative, right?
Yes.
Or were we? You were over bear. They nibbled on you. You returned fire, or did we just roll initiative? And
We're at the start of a new round. I killed one. I missed the rest of my attacks. I rolled an 8 on initiative.
4.
And I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna eat the wolves.
I think the wolves go first. And the wolves, surprisingly enough, don't attack you. There's a voice over the din of battle, growling, hold. restrain him. I don't know if wolves can obey commands in this way, but these ones will. And so they restrain you instead of biting you. So they bite into your clothes, keep you held. I think you're already prone and overbeared, so it doesn't actually do it. So I think mechanically they're just holding attacks. You go before the human though, so you can return fire on the wolves.
Do I have penalties to hit for being prone like this?
I don't know. Does prone normally? I think it's. I don't think so. I think if you had a weapon, I think you would be restricted to size small weapons.
Okay. Yeah, there are no combat penalties for being prone that I can find, only for your opponent being prone.
Yeah. I think because you're using your natural attacks, you're fine.
All right. Well, then I will bite at one of the wolves with a 12.
No.
And I will claw at another 6 and use my bonus extra to claw at another with a 7.
Okay.
All right. I flail against my captors, make no progress, but snarl and bite. And I should roll the number of rounds I can frenzy, which is 1d8 plus my level. 9, and this is my second round of frenzy, so I got 7 left.
Oh. All right. Striding before you, between the wolves, is a brown-robed human, cloak drawn over his head, and he speaks to you now. Halvar, why do you continue to ravage our peaceful village? And I'm gonna need you to make a saving throw versus spell as he looks, I don't know, deeply into your eyes. You chance a glance towards him. He locks eyes with you.
Zero
you might
successes.
actually have advantage on this. Let me check your class. Advantage versus mind affecting spells. Yeah,
When I'm raging.
You roll,
yes.
Yeah, you can roll that save again.
2 failed saving throws.
Still a failure. You find yourself harmed by his presence, perhaps persuaded that maybe he has a point. Maybe you are bringing violence to his once peaceful village. I'll trust you to determine how you would like this to play out.
He's charming me.
Yeah, your attitudes and priorities are changed with respect to the caster, but basic personality and alignment are not. So you wouldn't. So if he requests anything absurd, you might get another saving throw. Blah blah blah.
All right. Well, he's clearly a fine person, but I'm still being covered by these wolves.
Yeah.
So I'm going to continue my fight against these wolves, but, only so I can knock them away and chat with this guy. Because maybe it's a cool dude. He'll let me into the city. I just got to ask nicely. And self-assuredly. I think last time I was begging too much, and I didn't have any respect for me.
Let's see. That was the end of the round, I believe.
I believe so.
So let's roll initiative.
Let's do it. 1d10 plus 3, 5 on the initiative. Much better.
Okay. The rogue figure sort of strides into the fray. It's drawing a curved silver blade.
Oh, the fools.
And they actually go first, but they aren't doing anything. They're holding you, restraining you. Maybe I'll give them. I'm gonna let them make a roll to bind your hands or something. 2. They fail, so you can make your attacks if you so choose.
Oh yeah, I will snap at the first one with a 20 to hit. 2d4 plus 3 for 10 damage.
Let's say this is that one you wounded earlier.
Right. Then I will, once that hand is free, because I imagine I'm like biting at my, I guess in this situation would be my left hand, and then I will use that to make a flinging scratch attack at one of the nearby wolves, which is no good. And then my offhand, which is probably like being held or near to being held, will scratch at one of them as well. Another 10 is a miss.
Halvar, cease the senseless violence.
I yip at him.
What is it that you want? And he walks within like touching distance of you. So I guess stands above you. You're like on your back, wrestling with these wolves. Do you respond, or are you frenzied and
I'm frenzied and non-responsive. Additionally, he knows exactly what I want. Even if I were talking to him face to face, I would be insulted by his questions. So I promptly ignore him and continue to fight off the wolves.
Let's see. He's going to cast another spell. Slow. You've already gone to this round, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I haven't rolled initiative yet, so yeah, that must have gone already.
Okay. Yeah. Roll another saving throw versus spell. At advantage, but with a -4 penalty.
Okay, so 2d20, d1, -4, greater than 16. So I need a natural 20.
Really?
Oh, so close.
So close. You gotta get a 16. Can we? There's no way to get bonuses on saves. I've already got you advantage, right? Let me see.
You've already got me advantaged.
Cast, yeah.
Is this a hold person?
Yeah.
Yep.
A hold animal.
Yep. It is effective.
I feel like with a 19 that there's no way to. There's yeah.
19 -4 is 15.
Advantage. Yeah. You find yourself held rigid by his gaze. And after a shake or two, the wolves realize you're not resisting and kind of step back. And maybe this is a good time to go for a break.
All right. See you guys on this side of our break. Bye-bye.